The war was supposed to be over. Yet Sergeant Marcus Hale still found himself crawling through the smoke-filled wreckage of what used to be a city on Kareth Prime. His armor was dented, his rifle half-functional, and his heartbeat loud in his ears. Then he heard the cry, metallic, strangled, but alive. He swept his helmet light across the ruins and froze. Pinned beneath a collapsed exosuit was a Kareth warrior, one of the same aliens humanity had fought for 10 brutal years. Her lower body was crushed, her armor torn open, and the faint hum of failing life support unit pulsed in the dust. Every instinct told him to move on. Orders were clear: do not engage enemy wounded. But the voice, weak, pleading, made him stop. Please, end it quickly. Marcus lowered his weapon. You're not dead yet. Better that way, she rasped. My people left me. Yours will not help. He stared at her, silver skin marred by blood, eyes glowing dimly with defiance even as her body failed. He should have walked away, but he couldn't. I'm not like them, he said. Hold still. He jammed his rifle into the rubble, using it as leverage. Metal groaned. Concrete cracked. Piece by piece, he pried away debris until the alien's legs came free, mangled, unrecognizable, but free. She screamed once, then went still, trembling. Why? She whispered. Why save your enemy? Marcus didn't look up. Because no one deserves to die like that. Not even a soldier on the wrong side. We killed thousands of you. And we killed thousands of you, he replied. Call it even. He hauled her into the shadow of a ruined transport hull. Her armor core blinked red. He scanned it, powerless. Her spinal implant had been severed. You're paralyzed, he muttered. You think I don't know? She said with a bitter laugh. What's your name? Rin, she said after a moment. Captain Rin Tall of the Kareth Vanguard. He nodded. Marcus Hale, 301st Earth Marine Division. They sat in silence as the wind howled through shattered buildings. You should leave, she said softly. If your people find me, they'll execute me. If mine find you, they'll execute you. Guess we'll both die trying to do something decent, he said. By nightfall, Marcus had built a small shelter from the wreckage. He jury-rigged power from his suit to recharge her life support. You're wasting energy, she murmured. I've got enough for both of us. You lied badly, human. He smiled faintly. Maybe, but I'm stubborn. She studied him through half-closed eyes. Humans are strange. You fight like beasts but pity your prey. We just remember what it's like to need mercy, he said. 2 days passed. Rescue never came. Marcus rationed water and scavenged ration bars from fallen soldiers, human and Kareth alike. He never took from the dead without whispering a quick prayer. Rin watched him in silence. On my world, she said once, mercy is weakness. We honor strength. The wounded are left behind. Marcus stopped what he was doing. Then maybe your world needs a new kind of honor. She turned away. Easy to say for a species that never learned to stop fighting. We learned, he said quietly. That's why I'm here instead of finishing what your people started. By the third night, her condition worsened. The wound along her spine had turned black around the edges. You can't save me, she whispered. Even your med tech can't rebuild what's gone. Maybe not, Marcus said, but I can keep you alive long enough to try. He injected her with a human nanite stabilizer. It wasn't made for Kareth biology, but her vitals steadied. What did you do? She gasped. Took a chance. You risked your own supply for me? He shrugged. You're my patient now. When dawn broke, a low rumble rolled across the horizon. Dropships. Marcus scrambled to the ridge and saw both flags rising in the distance. Human rescue teams and Kareth search drones converging on the same zone. Rin's voice came weakly over the comms. If they find me, they'll kill me for failure. Not if I say you surrendered. They will not believe it. Then they'll have to shoot me first, he said. Her eyes widened. You would die for an enemy? For someone who fought with honor? Yeah. Minutes later, a Terran patrol arrived. 3 soldiers in heavy armor. They froze when they saw her. Sir, that's a Kareth officer. She's injured, Marcus said. We're taking her with us. Command protocol forbids. Command can court-martial me later, Marcus barked. She's coming. The other soldiers exchanged looks but obeyed. As they lifted her onto a stretcher, Rin grabbed his hand. Her grip was faint but firm. Marcus, yeah, you shame me, she whispered. And somehow that feels right. They brought her aboard the Aegis, the last Terran hospital ship still orbiting Careth Prime. The doctors protested. The captain threatened disciplinary action. Marcus didn't care. He stayed by her side through every operation, every attempt to repair what was lost. Most failed, but Rin survived. Weeks later, she sat in a rehabilitation chair overlooking the blue planet below. Her body was still paralyzed, but her eyes burned brighter than ever. Your people hate me, she said. Mine hate me too, Marcus replied. So we're even. You ruined your career for this. Some things are worth the ruin. She tilted her head. You believe that mercy can rebuild worlds? I believe it's the only thing that ever has. When the first peace delegation between the two species convened, Marcus stood behind Rin's chair as she addressed both sides. I should have died on the battlefield, she said, voice steady. But one human refused to let me, and because of that, I stand, or rather, sit before you alive. If our enemies can show mercy, then perhaps our war was built on lies. Silence filled the chamber. Then, slowly, applause began to ripple through the hall. First from humans, then from Careth. Marcus smiled faintly. Told you mercy isn't weakness, he said. Rin turned to him. No, she said softly. It's strength disguised as compassion. Months later, when the first joint reconstruction effort launched, Marcus and Rin worked side by side. He on the ground. She threw neural uplinks guiding drones across shattered cities. They weren't soldiers anymore. They were builders, healers, survivors. And in every message broadcast across two worlds, one quote echoed under both banners. Everyone refused to save her, except one human who remembered what it meant to be human.